Hello, Matt here, and just finished the Warcraft 1 cinematic reactions. And I'm going to go straight back into Warcraft 2, see what this is like. I don't see it's 51 minutes long, this one, so I've reclined a little bit to relax and sit back and watch it. From what I see in this one, it might be the similar sort of format, but there's some cinematics like threaded in through there. It'd be interesting to see what this is like. All I know about this one is that hopefully the microphone's in the right position. All I know about this one is that it's like nautical. There's pirates, the Tides of Darkness, and Beyond the Dark Portal expansion. That's what we're working with here, so let's get into it. Battle.net edition. Man, Battle.net, 1999. Battle.net was about. Was Battle.net about? I'm sure I remember playing WoW without a Battle.net. I mean, obviously just installing on discs and whatnot. Interesting. Bit more style here from like... I mean, not style I really recognise. They go with like the weird human, like weird metallic-y looking gear. But the orcs, it reminds me a lot of like Warhammer. They tend to do that... I don't know, is it like a Mongol sort of vibe? Mongol? Why does that word sound like it's not a real word? Mongol? Like Genghis Khan, you know, that sort of vibe? Or is that a whole different... Mongolia? Genghis Khan? That's a whole different thing, isn't it? Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck am I talking about? Jesus Christ. But it's got that sort of vibe, which they do, like goblins in Warhammer have that sort of vibe. You don't really see that. Or do you see that? I suppose you don't really see it in World of Warcraft because you wear whatever the hell you pick up off the ground. Unless it's like the Orc starting zone where they have that weird bondage gear stuff where it's like leather straps or something. What the fuck's that about? Anyway, where the fuck am I going with this? Jesus Christ. Let's get into Warcraft 2, the Battle.net edition. $19.99. Ooh! I feel like I've seen that bit of art before. Like Chris Metzen, of course, there. So we're getting trolls in here. So is it going to be that they're going across the sea and there's like trolls, the Zandalari trolls? Anyone remember the Blue Zephos video of the what was it? The Cataclysm patch update of ZAZG? The trolls of the Zandalari trolls and the Zalaman trolls. You must venture to the trolls to find the trolls. That's a nobody's gonna know what that's from, but you know, maybe one person. And he is Dave exclamation mark Yognaut. And he has the balls. 6 years since the first war between man and orc. Ooh.
Once mighty army of Azeroth lay among them.
This is like, it feels like I'm excited to see the credits to see who's like voicing this. This is, whoa, it's a bit of gusto to it.
Blackened and charred remains of Stormwind Keep.
Oh, so Stormwind, wait.
Of Azeroth lay among the blackened and
I
charred.
wonder if I can put some subtitles on. Just looks just. I feel like I used subtitles on YouTube once, like 20 years ago, and it was garbage. So I've never used it since. But it looks like it's.
The once mighty army of Azeroth lay among.
Oh, I don't think you. Hang on, let me just see if I can move that up a little bit. That might be a little bit better, so everyone else can see.
The blackened and charred remains.
So yeah, I was going to say the canon ending was that Stormwind got burnt to the ground, I guess. Yikes.
Keep. Those that escaped.
Well, yikes for the Alliance.
Fled across the Great Sea, bringing tales of the suffering they had faced.
Oh, actually, back up a minute. Well, I feel like I recognise that. It looks like some Noah's Ark sort of thing, but that's like I feel like I recognise that ship.
Across the Great Sea, bringing tales of the suffering they had faced at the hands of the Orcish hordes.
So they had to just flee to Kalimdor, I suppose. Or wherever they're going, I don't know. I would assume it's Kalimdor. So there's Zeppelins as well. So that's like Universal or something.
Eager to engage
oh no,
in battle once
they're both.
again,
Oh, I've not one of
constructed ships of war
oh no, there you
to
go.
bear them across the Great
The
Sea.
Orcs got ships as well. So the humans ran away, and the Orcs were like, we've got peace, we won. What do we do now? I guess we follow along the humans and fuck them up a little bit more. Oh, thanks a bunch. Jesus. No, I still got the old... Well, no, actually, no, that is starting to... That's like the shoehorn... The little shoehorn Azshara symbol of the Horde there.
The Orcish warriors yearn for the sounds of battle to fill the air and look to the far horizon for new blood to spill. Using the weapons forged by their
Wow,
new
look at
allies,
these guys.
the humans made haste to prepare for the
They're new
onslaught.
allies, is that... I wonder who that is.
Dwarven
Cannons!
cannon were being
Dwarven cannon.
Others armed themselves with
So they're
elven
expanding, it's
steel
not just humans and orcs now. Elven steel, dwarven cannons. Bosh.
Now, united in arms with new allies against a common foe, mankind stands at the shores of destiny and awaits the coming of
Shores
the
of
tides
Destiny.
of-
I wonder if it is that maybe you've got like Azeroth and they've just sort of like left Azeroth and then come back up somewhere up north, you know, Dunmarrow. But then elves, you know, you get high elves way up north, I suppose, before they were blood elves. So
darkness.
maybe. Oh, let me just see what did that say? I see. So you got human orc for both tides and beyond the dark portal. Ah. Ooh. So this is the landmass. I was getting confused at which is like this the land. Is this the land or this the land? I imagine this is the sea, right? That's like South Shore. Does that not really Gilneas? Interesting that Gilneas is like their early Zoldair. Not a clue. Interesting. Would need.
To launch an assault against the mainland
Oh, only 4 farms this time, not the usual 6. Interesting.
of Lordaeron.
Ah, Lordaeron, so we're up north
Chief
then.
of the Orcish hordes and ruler of the Blackrock clan has ordered you to establish a small outpost on Lordaeron's southern shores. To secure the Zuldair region as Doomhammer demands, you will need
Zuldair.
to construct a barracks
Let's
and
ring a bell.
several
Maybe
farms to feed your
I don't know where
troops.
Zuldair
Your
is.
success may help us determine the extent of the pathetic human defenses and what resistance they can offer against our forces.
Pathetic human forces. Is it
Spies
rude?
report that a band of
The raid at
human soldiers
Hillsbrad.
have captured a war party.
So they don't have the old like map as last time where it's like, "Ooh, where are we going today?" Ooh. Instead, it's just the classic scroll on a table maneuver, like a what do they call them? Paradox games. You zoom out and you can just see that it was just a table all along. Hearts of Iron. There was no real war. It was just a table all along. It's all tabletop games. Always have been.
Led by Troll Commander Zuljin.
A band of human soldiers. Oh, captured. Okay, I was going to say. I thought it said a human soldiers led by Troll Commander Zuljin. Ah, Zuljin is in there. Interesting.
And have taken them to a secret prison near the township of Hillsbrad.
Ah, the secret prison in Hillsbrad. That will be the internment camp where old Thrall turned up at some point.
Seeing an opportunity to place these captives in debt to
I
the
see.
Horde, Doomhammer sends you to
That's what it
ransom
is. Trolls get
Zuljin
captured
and
there.
his trolls,
Orcs go
return
and
to
set
their
them
own
free so that they
camp
can sort of
nearby.
blackmail them into joining the Horde.
Raid upon the unsuspecting prison will strike
Well, not blackmail,
terror
but it's like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
into the hearts of those who would dare resist the Horde. In preparation for a final strike on Hillsbrad, the War Chief directs you to begin construction of facilities for the Orcish Armada
Orcish
in the
Armada.
South Shore region. Zuljin and his trolls, eager to take revenge upon the humans who imprisoned them, have agreed to aid
Axe
the
throwers,
Horde
oh, of
by
course. I
supporting
vaguely remember
axe
axe throwers from
to assist in defending your
Warcraft
South Shore
3. Why is he
operation.
even?
A shipyard
I
must
just
be
watched somebody else play
constructed
Warcraft
to
3,
build our way
or maybe it might have been like competitive
much of the
Warcraft 3.
black liquid known as oil to build your fleet.
The black
Our
liquid
assault
known
on
as
Hillsbrad
oil.
cannot begin until your town The Armada is well supplied with the precious black substance that your tankers have amassed. Doomhammer feels it is time to make a gruesome example of Hillsbrad. With the aid of new foundry sites that allow you to construct more advanced ships, you may build transports to deliver your forces across the channel to the cowering human settlement.
So across the channel, that would the south of the channel, or it's not even a channel, but like where South Shore is, would be like the wetlands or something. Although there is an orcish bit in the wetlands, isn't there? I think out in the hills. Who knows?
Those the Horde must be taught a harsh lesson. Leave no one alive.
Cosmodan! Ah! Where are we at? Alterac up there. The bad Tolbarad's there. Dunmodir. Stromgard. Stromgard would be in Arathi Highlands now. Alterac is like further up northwest, I suppose. Badlands. Yeah, Badlands. Sorry, I was just thinking of what. It's like what, like Searing Gorge or no? But there is literally the Badlands, I suppose. The red zone, orange zone. Tolbarad was Actually, no, Tolbarad. I'm thinking of Grim Batol, aren't I? Tolbarad. That was the PvP island in. Oh, God knows whatever the hell that expansion was. Oh, was it Cataclysm? Actually, no, I didn't mind that. I think the one after that, I was thinking that. Or is it Tolbarad? Was that the Cataclysm one, or was it the next one where it's like there's the whole island? Although no, it wasn't. God knows, man. Oh. Ooh. Jesus. Different vibe from WoW nowadays. Jesus, man.
The township of Hillsbrad has been decimated, and throughout the human kingdoms, the rumors of impending doom spread like wildfire.
Impending doom. Hammer. There you go.
With your success and has deemed you worthy of a more difficult task. Troubles have arisen in the dwarven lands of Cosmodan. A task force of Stromgard warriors have laid siege to Dunmodra, a vital
Dunmodra. Dunmodir or something.
You ought to retake Dunmodra and then
Modra.
bring your forces to bear against Stromgard's nearby island citadel of Tolbarad.
Island citadel of Tolbarad.
Doomhammer has sent word that the ogre mage Cho'Gall.
Oh, Cho'Gall. So yeah, Cho'Gall is in. That's interesting. I was getting. Wait, what was that place called? Tolbarad. I was getting mixed up with. Or is it Tolbarad? The Cataclysm Zone has a Grim Batol in. I was getting Tolbarad mixed up with Grim Batol. But Cho'Gall is from Grim Batol, or the raid that was up in the air in that zone. Twilight Highlands, that's it. Twilight Highlands. Which has. Man, I'm confused now. Like, huh? Cho'Gall, anyway, he's the two-headed guy, isn't he? Twilight's Hammer. Also, they're referencing, like, some of these different, like, groups. The Twilight's Hammer.
Personally inspecting the refinery
A Grim Batol. Oh, you wait 2 seconds, it's there.
Through the Badlands of Cosmodan, and an ambush by Stromgard warriors is expected. The war chief expects you to safeguard Cho'Gall and his minions through this region. Should he die, your life will be forfeit as well.
So the escort Cho'Gall. So the orcs are like down for a little bit of Twilight dodginess. You know what I mean? There's escorting Cho'Gall, who is.
Cho'Gall reports that the
Which is to say, the orcs are not the good people. Well, obviously they're not, but you know, in World of Warcraft they make it so that it's like, it could be, might not be, meh.
And refineries are well maintained and fulfilling their quotas. The Horde will now have more than enough oil to mount a fierce campaign in the lands far to the north.
Far to the north.
Troublesome human defenders of Stromgard remain to be dealt with before sending the Horde on its next sojourn. The human fleet
Don't hear that word
a
often.
group of our transports just south of Stromgard. Recapture these vessels and then lay waste to their capital.
Lay waste. I just realised I don't need the subtitles on for this bit. I wanted them for the beginning cutscene, and then that was it. Gale de Las. Interesting. Caer Darrow, Stormguard, Tyr's Hand is there. So that's the lake. That'll be interesting. I wonder if there's going to be at some point they're going to like zoom out and show all of the pieces of the map together. Or is that too much to ask? Ooh. Is that a turtle? I can't quite see. A snapping turtle.
Forces have been assigned to an area along the southern border of the Elven Kingdom of Quel'Thalas.
So it is high elves then, no night elves. Gul'dan is floating around.
Has located a mysterious elven artifact near the
Keep of Caer Darrow. Keep of Caer Darrow. Caer Darrow is like Stratholme, isn't it? Or Sholomance. Sholomance.
The thick runestone is guarded by a human castle on the small
Daramir. Yes, that is literally the human castle in the lake in the middle of Daramir Lake. That is Sholomance, isn't it?
located in the middle of Daramir Lake. You must destroy the forces that guard this relic and gain control of the runestone for use by the Horde. With the capture of the Elven Runestone, Gul'dan has been able to warp the power it contains to mutate an entire legion of...
He said Legion, but it's not it's not that Legion. Don't worry about it, it's not that Legion. There was somebody at Blizzard watching back this cutscene and said, Legion, that's a good name. We'll roll with that. Let's call the demons Legion. That'd be interesting.
Ogres into wielders of arcane magic.
Arcane magic ogres. Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi, oh yeah.
And a malicious cunning rivaling that of Gul'dan himself.
Rivaling.
You are to employ the Ogre Magi in the creation and defense of a fortress at the mouth of Tyr's Bay, cutting off the human supply lines into Quel'Thalas.
Oh, Quel'Thalas. I thought it was like Kel.
Stratholme, the chief source of
Stratholme.
Alliance oil in
Oh
the
no, not
north,
Stratholme,
is
sorry.
preparing
Mixed
to
up,
deliver
Skullmass,
massive
whatever.
amounts of oil to the kingdoms in
But
western
Stratholme, yeah.
Lordaeron. You must sabotage their
Pre-
refineries and platforms to
Undead.
halt this shipment. Once Stratholme's
Human.
ability to gather
It's
and
before the
process
old
ore
grain.
is destroyed,
The grain
proceed
maneuver.
to crush any
That's
and
like
all
some Lich King shit.
resistance offered by the Alliance.
Bit too early for that.
With the destruction of Stratholme,
And there goes
the Alliance
Stratholme.
supply
These cutscenes, when you like, I imagine when you play the game, it's a lot more like, you know, and now they're struck, but the fact that it's just immediately. Anyway, destruction of Stratholme, it's gone, it's dead.
have been severed. Only a handful of human and elven defenders remain to safeguard the ancient elf kingdom from the onslaught of the Horde. The enchanted domain of the elves has inspired
The enchanted
to unleash
domain.
his most perverted creation,
Ooh.
the Death Knight.
Oh, interesting. Oh wait, there isn't. No, it wasn't Gul'dan, was it? I was gonna say Gul'dan. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Who was there was an orc sorcerer who was the original Ner'zhul, I think. Was Ner'zhul an orc sorcerer whose soul was contained within the helmet of domination? Ooh, kinky. And then that turned into Lich King, which thus into Death Knights, right? So, but this is just like, Gul'dan's like, anytime there's a weird orc sorcerer, ooh, let's just make it Gul'dan.
From the
I guess.
corpses of the fallen knights of Azeroth,
Damn.
these once proud defenders of humanity.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to be like, because it's formed from the corpses of fallen knights, they're going to be like, that's like the Forsaken or something. Well, I don't know. When did they add a Forsakener in Warcraft? I don't know if it's it might be Warcraft 3,
In a
maybe.
blasphemous state of eternal undeath, conjuring dark spells
Necromantic
of
horror.
power upon their terrified foes, these Death Knights...
But it's interesting that Death Knights were maybe in Warcraft lore before, like, the Lich King.
their wrath upon
Interesting.
any foolish enough to stand in their way.
The Tides of Darkness. Lord, oh, we got Dalaran down there, so that'll be down, like, that's in Hillsbrad, isn't it? The foothills of Hillsbrad. Hillsbrad foothills. Many, many hills. Ooh. Aye, aye. Oh, who's this gonna be? Red or a demon? Like Jesus Christ there, like the T-posing man. Well, I suppose that wouldn't be Jesus Christ, would it? Damn.
The Northlands have fallen, and now only the western regions of Lordaeron.
Tomb of
stand to
Sargeras.
fight.
Oh, interesting. Tomb of Sargeras is like name dropped already. That's an interest. That's a big spot.
Ultimate supremacy of the Horde. As the Orc clans prepare for their final massive campaign against the weakening alliance, the War Chief sends you ill tidings.
Ill tidings.
Gul'dan and his Storm Reaver clan have betrayed the Horde. And
Gul'dan betrayed the Horde? What? And coerced Twilight's hammer?
Said to be buried beneath the waves.
Interesting.
An infiltrator under the direction of Doomhammer reports that Gul'dan has indeed raised volcanic islands from the ocean floor and thus has opened a hidden vault.
That tracks from what I vaguely remember from Legion, I think. Although Legion was one of those expansions where half of Warlords of Draenor and the first 3/4 of Legion was like the first time I stopped playing WoW ever, and then dropped back in at the end of Legion and was like, oh, this is great, man. You hit top level and suddenly you do one quest and you get 3,000 billion artifact power. This is great. Meanwhile, everyone else is like, oh, I've been spending 4 hours to get 3 artifact power like last month. Oh, that's great.
Known what the Great Warlock has released from this tomb, the War Chief has issued this command: destroy the renegade clans and return with the head of Gul'dan.
Ah, nobody kills Gul'dan this early, right? And then he'll just come back, or God knows.
As the Orcish Horde stand ready to sweep across this domain like a pestilence
Like a
and seize
pestilence.
the capital of Lordaeron. Standing vigilant above the plains like the descending arm of Twilight itself is the Violet
The
Citadel
Violet Capital,
of Dalaran.
the Violet Citadel of
Citadel,
Dalaran.
serving
Oh.
as safe
So it's in the ground. It's not. Well, it's not. It was only floating in
is the
Wrath of the
last
Lich King, wasn't it?
barrier between the Orcs
Literally
and
plucked
the
out the ground.
subjugation of humanity, manifested in the combined magical prowess of all mages
Oh.
within the
Oh,
alliance.
there's a mouse cursor.
This
Ah.
place must
Whoa.
fall for the Horde to conquer Lordaeron.
Oh, excuse me.
Fortunately, Orgrim Doomhammer has saved his greatest weapon, ready to unleash it upon
What's the greatest weapon?
unsuspecting
Is it us? Oh no, it's
alliance.
dragons.
Just
Oh, dragons.
as
Oh, I thought dragons are like their own thing. Hmm. So in this, dragons are just like evil. Alabaster parapets.
The proud, defiant armies of the Alliance stand resolute in their final, fleeting moments. All that remains is the shrill clarion
Call
and
to
the
battle.
fulfillment of our destiny. The tides of
My
darkness
destiny
are
is
now
my
turned.
own. I'm a fire with the lasers. Every time I think of that, you've doomed us all. Oh my god, I've seen that cutscene too many times. Oh, that's a cutscene. Weird orc boy. Oh. Catapult. Oh, look at this. Repel the invaders! You there, check out that noise! Weird human just like, what? Oh, is that meant to be me? Oh god! Boo! Boo! What? Rip! God damn, and the dragons. Oh, that guy just lying there, like, I thought he was lying there, getting painted or something.
The victory pyres burn high into the twilight skies, covering the ruined capital of
Twilight
Lordaeron.
skies.
Your success has led Orgrim Doomhammer, War Chief of the Orcish Hordes, to elevate
Of
you
course.
to the station of
I am now the
Warlord,
warlord.
thus giving you power and the command of your own clan.
Damn, the alliance has finally been crushed. That feels sad.
With all those those surviving being slain and cremated as is dictated by the rituals. At long last, Azeroth and all of its lands belong to the thunderous force known to those...
Oh, so I'm guessing, yeah, this is, so they, like I said earlier, they probably left and then just went north and landed again. This would have been the time when the Azeroth was they just called it the, you know, Azeroth. And back to it. Sorry, I completely wasn't reading that for a sec. Yes, elevated to Warlord, of course. And thus I can command my own clan. See, this would have been the point where it's like Dawn of War, where you get to name your own, or you get to like do the paint. You might want to paint my own like clan. Ooh, clan, not a great vibe these days. Don't want to be part of a clan. Oof. But yeah, I want to paint my own, like, have your own troops. Missed out with that. That would have been neat. Have your own, like, well, I suppose you can. You pick your colour, don't you? But it's always just like red or blue. I mean, literally.
With all those surviving being slain and cremated as is dictated by the rituals. At long last, Azeroth and all of its lands belong to the thunderous force known to those foolish enough to stand in its way as the Horde.
The Horde. So they're not just there. Were they called the Horde before? I think it was just like the collection of Orcish clans, Volume 1. Now it's actually officially the Horde. See this from the Alliance point of view. Ah, Taran Mill is there. Okay. Zul'Dare. I'm interested to have a quick little. Before we start, is Zul'Dare an actual place? 10% battery on my phone, so hopefully it doesn't decide to just give up. Oh my god! What's behind me has been revealed by the thingy of invisibility. It's my stuff. It's an island to the Gilneas southeast. Oh, it's part of Zul'Dare. It's part of Kultiras. Part of the Channel Islands. Peninsula of Gilneas in Baradin Bay. Okay. It said it has not yet been introduced into the world of... Why isn't that working? Hello? It's not yet been introduced to the world of Warcraft. So, Zul'Dare. So I guess in this map, basically all that Zul'Dare stuff would be a bit more like out to the sea if Gilneas is there. Although it's kind of hard to like judge where everything is because this map is weird, and I don't know if I'd love it if they did, but I don't know if they're going to show like the whole thing together. That'd be neat.
Due to your position as regional commander of the Southern Defense Forces,
Lord Terranus. Lord Terranus. That's the or Lord Terranus. Is the King Terranus? That's is that Arthas's father that he regicides?
That you
Mayhap.
an outpost in the Hillsbrad foothills. It is rumored that
Build 4
Orcish
farms, build
marauders
barracks,
have
of
been raiding
course.
coastal towns
In the
area.
Hillsbrad foothills.
Whether these attacks are part of a greater Horde offensive is as yet unknown.
Greater Horde
Your
offensive.
outpost is to provide food and information for Alliance troops, and as such,
Doesn't like blurring that bit out.
consisting of at
Oh
least
well.
4 farms.
It's nothing embarrassing.
Also construct a barracks in order to safeguard
There isn't actually, is there?
operation.
But
In Orkney, consisting of at least 4 farms.
sorry, yeah.
Silvermoon have sent a contingent of archers
Silver Moon Elves. Ooh.
south to survey the supposed Orcish threat for themselves. Our spies report that shortly after passing through the Alterac grasslands, the elves
Were
by
ambushed.
Horde
Don't
troops.
feel very
It is
elven.
believed that these elves are now being held in a small prison
Of course they
camp
bloody are.
near the
Oh, so this is going to be the
northern
same sort of thing as... Also, wait, no, the North... Held in a prison camp... Oh, North... I was going to say, if that was Northeast, that, like, Northeast is, like... Northeast Alterac Valley is Taran Mill, but... So what was the Horde mission? Somebody... The trolls of this Andalari, the trolls have been captured. Whereas for the Alliance side, it's elves have been captured. I'd rather... Oh, actually... I was going to say, I'd rather... Oh, I like the elves better, but actually, nah, you know what? Of the Horde, I think Trolls and Tauren are like the only ones I like. The rest is like, whatever.
Lord Terenus, fervently hoping to enlist the elves into the alliance, has asked that you search for the missing warriors and deliver them to
Warriors,
safety. The elves have sent
come
a
out to
cadre of archers to
play.
assist in your quest. You will also be provided with plans to construct an
an elven lumber mill.
operate it.
A Sylvan crafts. Oh, Sylvan, so Sylvan?
The safe return of the elves from the loathsome clutches of the orcs, the
Loathsome
Council of
clutches.
Silvermoon has resolved to combine the armies of Quel'Thalas with those of the Alliance of Lordaeron. As a show of their support,
this
a mighty
blur
fleet
isn't
of
working
elven
very well.
destroyers have been sent to help safeguard the Lordaeron mainland. In preparation for the arrival of these ships,
An elven destroyers. Sorry, that just makes it sound like it's some like modern day was this fucking Hoi 4. They got fucking rank 3 destroyers already. What the fuck?
Grand Admiral of the Lordaeron fleet.
Dale in Proudmoore as well. There's a Proudmoore drop. Cultirus.
Has
Interesting.
ordered that you begin the construction of naval facilities near the township of South Shore. There is some suspicion that the Horde has constructed a secret base near the mainland, so it
Secret
is
base
imperative that you
near the
begin
mainland.
building your defense with haste.
With haste. Well, pop bloodlust and we'll fucking get that shit done.
Having
30%
established
buff.
some order in the region with a display of naval power, Admiral
Admiral
Proudmoore advises
Proudmoore.
that the time has come to search out the secret lair of the orcs. Scouts report that this base is located somewhere within the Zuldare region of the Channel Islands, just southeast of Hillsbrad. Lordaeron artificers have completed designs for a foundry. With this new innovation, you will be able to construct transport
So it is
ships
definitely
and
very like
ferry
naval
your troops
based.
across large bodies of water. These vessels
like
should
blurry
provide
again.
great assistance in the completion of your task.
Cosmodan. Grimbatol Don Algas. Oh.
Although the Horde has been driven from the shores of Lordaeron, it has left the townships of Hillsbrad and South Shore in ruins. It is clear that the war will cost the Alliance dearly. Impressed with your victories against the Horde and the destruction of the Zuldare base, the High Command has decided to dispatch you and your troops to the main battleground. The forces of Stromgarde and Kultaras are stationed along the northern border of Cosmodan.
It's interesting how, like, thinking about, like, Kulturas and stuff, less so Stromgarde, but, like, Kulturas got a whole, like, expansion later on, way later on from this, you know, and doesn't feel like there's that much more. It's like, makes you feel kind of sad of, like, Blizzard's run out of things to, like, look back on and reference. Twilight Cultists, they're in Cataclysm. Kulturas got, oh, God knows, whatever that expansion was. Wasn't great. And any other bits, like, strange different namings for places, just got sort of retconned. Really just flying blind now. Kite without strings. Kite with its strings cut.
Keep the orcs from
That's
advancing
definitely Blizzard
into
nowadays.
southern Lordaeron.
Anyway.
An orcish outpost nestled near the ruins of the ancient dwarven city of Dun Modra has
Dun
repeatedly
Modru.
beaten back Alliance troops and
Dun
ravaged the
Modru.
surrounding farmlands. You must reclaim the nearby
Reclaim
island keep at Tol
and launch an
Barad,
attack.
and then launch an attack upon the outpost. Following their defeat at Dun Modra, the
Dun
orcs were forced to
Modra.
retreat south across the Vandal
Vandal
to a
Valley.
secondary
Vandal
outpost
Valley.
at Dun
Ring a bell?
Algaz. Lord Lothar,
Lord Lothar.
hoping to push the orcs even further back into Cosmodan, has ordered that you destroy this newly discovered encampment. To aid you in your mission, you will be able to employ knights who are eager to engage the Horde in glorious battle. Advanced scouts report that they have located Grim Batal, the primary base
Grim
of the
Batal.
Horde's refinery operations in Cosmodan. Seeing a chance to strike a decisive blow against the Horde, Lord Lothar has ordered that you infiltrate Grimbatal and put an end to all orcish activity there. Once Grimbatal has been destroyed, Lothar believes that the orcs will have no further use for Cosmodon, thus pulling their forces back to the mainland of
Oh, I think it might be that at this point, Azeroth, they consider Azeroth to be the main southern body. What the fuck? Hello? Sorry, that's so funny. Maybe I'll just sit up. But I wonder if they I wonder if they intend for the main body of of the Eastern Kingdoms, the southern part from Stranglethorn up to would that be the wetlands or something? For that to be Azeroth, and the northern part with Lordaeron to be new uncharted lands. Woo. Maybe. I think that's the sort of vibe that I'm getting. As they say, putting their foot back to the mainland of Azeroth. I suppose that is literally meant to be the vibe, is that when they said that it was separated by the sea or whatnot, I was thinking over to Kalimdor, but that's way, way too big. It's more it's the south bit, that one bridge, the Fraltrak Valley and the wetlands. That's all it is in World of Warcraft.
And greatly impede the Horde offensive.
Not that north. That's the next game. Oh, Zeppelins. Oh. Not gonna stab him, it's just gonna slice. Oh, hey, nice shot.
With the destruction of Dun Modra,
I can't get over some of these pronunciations. Dun Modra.
While your victories have been notable, the menace of the Horde still hangs over the head of the Alliance. Lord Lothar has stationed your troops in the Northlands to protect the borders of Quel'Thalas.
Yeah, Quel'Thalas, that's Quel'Thalas. That is far north.
With the local peasant population in a state of minor revolt, you must quell this uprising and then summon the knights of the
fucking
Silver
quell
Hand.
uprisings. Can't we attack the orcs instead? Jesus Christ, man.
Order in the region. You must search out all of the Horde forces in the area and destroy them. With his paladins keeping vigilant watch
The
over
Lightbringer.
Northlands, the Archbishop's assistant, Uther Lightbringer of
Uther!
Lordaeron, has come to offer comfort to those who are suffering the misfortunes of war.
Versus
Lord
Balina.
Lothar has entrusted you with the protection of the paladin's commander and his entourage as they
Did they mention paladins much before? You had Northshire Abbey, so there's a little bit of that's religious sort of vibes, priests maybe. But don't think they mentioned paladins.
Township of Kyardero. Following the battle at Kyardero, renegade Altarak soldiers were captured. A crew of Altarak sailors were also caught assisting the Horde during the battle and have been placed under close guard. Under the edict of Lord Lothar, you are to restrain the prisoners until they can be escorted to the capital of Lordaeron for interrogation. Lord Lothar sends word that the Alliance has been betrayed.
Lord Perinold. Perinold, that rings a bell, yeah.
Since the beginning of the war. It was Perinold who provided the orcs with the routes of the Elven Strike.
Is Perinold... Their mission might have been... Oh, God, when would it have been? Cataclysm? The end of Cataclysm, when you had the Rogue Daggers quest. Did you have to go to, Perinold Keep or something and do that thing where you stealth around and stuff? That who I'm thinking of? Might be. Up in the hills, foothills.
Passing through Terran Mill. The rebellion at Tyr's Hand was also started by Altarak spies in hope of concealing the Orcish mining facility located there. The High Command has decreed that the nation of Alterac has committed treason against the Alliance, and their union with the Orcish hordes must be broken.
Of course, the union must be broken, eh?
Held by Perinold, and enlist their aid in launching an attack against Alterac's capital.
Alterac. The return to Azeroth. Ah, there we go. Stormwitch. Oh, so yes, the Dark Portal is there. Crestfall up near Kaltiris. Interesting. Blackrock Spire. Huh. Okay, yeah, look at like Kaltiris feels like, you know, a bit more of a main place, considering it was like just like when World of Warcraft first came out, there would have just been no Kaltiris whatsoever. Zog Zog. Oh, what? This is the Blackwater Bay all over again. That chain's gonna come up. Oh, I can blue. Oh.
With the destruction of Alterac, the Orcish armies in the north have staged a massive...
I just realised that when I started watching the Warcraft 1 video, it was like daylight. I mean, I've turned on a lamp over there, but it's getting dark, man, and this camera does a weird thing where, like, it goes blue. Like, there's nothing blue. That screen is not blue. There's nothing blue on this screen. There's nothing blue, but that's not blue, but it's blue. I don't know.
Retreat. Admiral Proudmoore sends word that
Gnomes are about. Gnomish submarines. They would have submarines. Little tic tacs going to the sea. That's terrible.
Believes that the Orcs plan to launch the remainder of their armada and retreat to the mainland of Azeroth. Lord Lothar has ordered that you destroy the base at Crestfall before the fleet can escape.
And this feels like some like Hearts of Iron shit, man. We're gonna go and destroy some naval bases.
The Orcish fleet have managed to reach the northern shores of Azeroth. Admiral Proudmoore believes that the Horde will attempt to reinforce their main fortress at Blackrock Spire.
Oh, and they put Black and Rock together now. It's not Black Rock Spire.
Parley with the Orcish chieftain Orgrim Doomhammer.
Doomhammer,
No
yeah.
reports have been heard.
A parley.
Assuming the worst, Admiral Proudmoore and King Terenus agree that it falls upon you to stage a
Final siege of Blackrock Spire.
The feral dwarves of the Northern Wildlands
Feral dwarves? Feels a bit rude. Ah, griffins, okay, yeah.
The decimation of the foul orcs that have desecrated their homeland and slain the leader of the Alliance forces.
Was that image meant to be like a dragon attacking a griffin, maybe?
Orcs have been driven from the Northlands as the hulking remains of Blackrock Spire lay silent amongst the freed lands of Azeroth. The battered remains of the once mighty Horde have rallied to protect their last bastion of hope, the Great Portal. With Lord Lothar dead, you have been given the duty of leading the forces of Lordaeron to ultimate victory over the Horde. A victory that lies with the destruction of the Great Portal itself.
Destruction of the Great Portal itself. Good lord. Good lord, man. Madness. It's a man! And a wizard. And a foot on a rock in Utah. Or wherever the fuck. Oh no, that's the Dark Portal. It's just some, like... Well, I suppose they kind of like blasted lands, right? Wow. This is like back in the days version of like Avengers Endgame. They're all here to the fuck up. Whatever that guy's name was. I've forgotten already. Jesus. Ooh. Magical beam. Is that it? Dark Portal destroyed.
Quiet settles over the black morass, with the
No biggie?
blackened, burning remains of the cursed portal serving as a solemn reminder of the evil that once stood here. After the long and savage battle, you stand victorious over the tattered remnants of the once mighty Orcish hordes. Those orcs that survived the conflict have fled to the northeast in hopes of escaping your vengeance. You allow them their reprieve, knowing that the power of the Horde has been forever broken, and that the lands of Azeroth belong to its native sons and daughters once
Interesting
again.
that the next expansion is called was it the Dark Portal expansion, but we've just destroyed the Dark Portal, so... Beyond the Dark Portal. Did that say... Oh, all campaign, yeah. Interesting.
The Orcish hordes lay vanquished as the triumphant armies
different
of the Alliance stood vigil
That was a
over
bit
the
deeper.
evil gateway that had brought the Orcs into Azeroth. Calling upon the arcane powers of the Archwizard Khadgar, the fury of the earth and skies were unleashed upon the Dark Portal to destroy it once and for all.
But? No buts? No buts, okay.
As the blinding light dimmed, an eerie glow fell across the black morass. For though the portal was destroyed, the rift that joined these worlds at war yet remained.
Draenor, the Red World. Is it Thunderlord lands, Warsong lands, Bone... Oh, we're in Draenor. Interesting. Huh. Shadow Moon down south. Huh.
Though the Elder
Oh,
Shaman
the Elder Nezul. Hey, there he
of
is.
Draenor, your position as Slayer to the Shadow Moon clan places the duty of leading their armies.
Now
into
we're in...
battle.
This is like... Was this Orc the voiceover guy before, or was this just this one? Because that's like very... That's very like... That's an accent I recognise from like the small bit of Warcraft 3 that I've played. That like... Peon sort of voice.
Upon your head, Ner'zhul has discovered how the rift was first formed, and now covets the idea of not only reopening the gateway into Azeroth, but of creating new portals and seeking out even more worlds to control.
More worlds.
You must subjugate an order of Death Knights who have secured the knowledge needed to rebuild.
So Ner'zhul is getting like Death
The
Knights
renegade ogre mage Mogor of
up
the
and running
Laughing
quickly.
Skull clan has
Laughing
taken
Skull,
control of
okay,
these
yeah,
dark
Mogor.
soldiers and is seeking to create a powerful spell with the aid of their necromantic magic.
His life is also
forfeit.
forfeit.
Although we have no dragons to command, we have learned that Grom Hellscream, leader of the Warsong clan, has been captured by the Laughing Skull and is being held prisoner. Free him, and he will
Grom
surely aid you
Hellscream,
in your
Christ.
battles. The Skull of Gul'dan is a powerful artifact and essential for resurrecting the Dark Portal. It will
Oh, so yeah. Oh god, now I'm confused. Yeah, because of course Gul'dan. Oh my god, which Gul'dan? Jesus Christ. So now I'm just trying to think about like the Warcraft movie now as well. So that would have been. So the Warcraft movie would have been like Warcraft 1, I guess, right? They come through the portal, they're there, they're like, ooh, orcs, they're new. Big fellas roaming around in the woods. Ooh. Lane was king. Gul'dan is like about, and they're trying to like. Although I suppose wasn't it a big scene? Oh no, yeah, it would have been the scene where they're trying to open the portal. And they do open the portal, don't they? But now this is the portal's been destroyed. But now they want to remake the portal. I don't know. I'm so confused.
One captain of the Bone Chewer clan wears
Bone
the
Chewer
sword as
clan.
a symbol of his station and does not know of its true power. Ner'zhul has sent the ogre
Dentag.
Dentag
I don't recognise
to
Dentag, I
warriors
think.
from the Thunderlord clan to join in the battle against the Bone Chewers. You will also be assisted by
Shattered
the
Hand,
warriors
of
the
course.
Shattered Hand
Korgoth
and
Blade
their
Fist.
leader, Korgoth Blade Fist. Move quickly to the Thunderlord village and raise an army to crush the Bone
The
Chewer.
Skull of Gul'dan. The Skull of Gul'dan. When was the last time I remember that was in Burning Crusade, wasn't it? That's where Illidan has it like some Shakespearean thing where he just talks to the skull. Or do I remember that more from some WoW machinima Azerothian supervillains where it's like funny? It's worth watching the old WoW machinimas.
Gul'dan. Ner'zhul has met with opposition to his plans from the leaders of both the Thunderlord and Bone Chewer clans. They desire to journey to Azeroth and have their clans triumph where Doomhammer had failed. This is a vision not shared by your war chief. You are to lead the forces of Shadowmoon against the strongholds of both Bone Chewer and Thunderlord. Once these weak fools and their clans are removed, no others will dare to interfere with the dark schemes of Ner'zhul.
Oh dear. Burning of Azeroth. We got the Citadel. Okay, Netherguard. We got new Stormwind. Oh, so I didn't know that. So Stormwind in like World of Warcraft is technically, I guess, new Stormwind. First game, Orcs win. Humans go up north. Lordaeron. Warcraft 2. Humans win. Come down south. Push Orcs out. And then at some point, I guess, a new Dark Portal comes through. Warcraft 3, there's Orcs. Then there's like demonic influences with like Ner'zhul and Lich King and all that. Interesting.
From the ranks of the Death Knights comes Terran
Gorefiend. Okay, there's a name on that.
Has placed these dark horsemen under the
The
authority
horsemen.
of no clan.
Was Gorefiend? I don't know. Was Gorefiend? I know Terran Gorefiend was a boss in Black Temple, wasn't he? I don't know if he was like. I say it's horseman, I just immediately think like Nexaramas horseman. Boom.
The desires of Ner'zhul to open numerous portals. He offers his influence over the Death Knights of Draenor in exchange
The
for
Death
a
Knights
world
of
the Death
Draenor
Knights can
feels
claim
like
as their own.
weird, but
Using the knowledge gained at the defeat of the Ogre Mage Mogor and the necromantic powers of the Death Knights, Ner'zhul successfully awakens the arcane energies of the Mystic Rift. As you lead the forces of Shadowmoon into Azeroth, a human battlement that has been constructed to keep the portal closed stands before you. Destroy this citadel and claim the lands that
what an
surround
objective.
them.
Destroy the humans. That's where they got the idea for that Alien game. Like PS2. Destroy all humans. Terran must survive.
When the Horde was driven back into the Black
dragons.
Morass, we were able to only take a small portion of our forces through the Dark Portal before it was destroyed. With the Dragon Queen Alexstrasza rescued and the Dragon Maw clan captured by the Alliance, we were no longer...
Oh. So I wonder what the deal is, because Alexstrasza... Is Alexstrasza the red dragon, right? Captured. Rescued. Captured by the Alliance. So that was, I'm getting in the time of Warcraft, the idea is that, like, if you control the Dragon Queen, you control the dragons. But maybe it was later on that they expanded, that they're sort of like, you know, their own thing. Haggard grunt. Bleeding Horde. Also learned that many of the dragons that were once enslaved have continued to feed upon humans. And are of course, yeah.
Blackrock's spire. If you can break through the human defenses and gain the trust of these creatures, perhaps you can bring Ner'zhul powerful allies. Finding the survivors of the Bleeding Hollow clan and gaining the dragon Deathwing as an ally.
Deathwing, good lord. That's a big name. I thought it was just like, there's some dragons in the mountains, but it's fucking Deathwing, bruv. Like, Jesus.
It's not gone unnoticed by Ner'zhul. He rewards your victories by assigning
you a dangerous mission.
Gorefiend has sensed a focus of
arcane
energies within a castle that has been raised upon the foundations of Stormwind Keep. Ner'zhul believes that this can only be the Book of Medivh. Only a fool would leave such power unguarded. So your assault.
Oh fucking hell! Stormwind's getting battered again. Gonna need some masons to fix that then. Whoa, darkness. We've got Great Seed, Tomb of Sargeras, okay.
After taking the castle of New Storm,
oh, they've just taken it. Fucking hell, that went quick. I was talking about like, oh well, World of Warcraft is new Stormwind, but it's gonna be new Stormwind. Jesus. Fuck me, Fallen, it's literally gone.
With with a human dagger to his side.
A human
The
dagger.
spies of the Bleeding Hollow clan have confirmed that this blade was crafted by the weaponsmiths of Alterac. These humans are the same that were willing to betray their own brothers, and it may be that they have stolen the Book of Medivh for their own purposes. They will regret their decision.
Alteracian
To journey
humans.
to Alterac, you must first establish
Here comes the
naval
naval stuff again.
superiority over the warships of the Alliance. The base at Kultaras has always been the humans' key to the might of their armada. You must establish a strong presence in the Great Sea in order to destroy Kultaras and prepare your way into Alterac. Now that you have cleared a path to the island of Kultaras, you must send your wave riders against the core of the
Wave
human
riders.
fleet. With the naval forces of the humans defeated, the Horde will have free reign of the Great Sea. We have also learned that Admiral Proudmoore is no longer a member of the Alliance and does not have the support of their armies. Remove his armada, and Kultaras will fall.
Oh dear.
Now that the Great Sea
It's like, destroy the human settlement of Kultaras. They're green, by the way. They still are. I'll have you know, they're still green. With envy, maybe.
once again under the dominion of our
Jesus,
wave
the
riders,
demon.
Ner'zhul has come upon a plan to increase the powers of the Dark Portal. While he was the tutor of Gul'dan, the shaman bound their souls so that he could keep watch over his disciple. Even though Gul'dan knew that this link would serve to inform Ner'zhul of the warlock studies with the spirits
Ah,
that
the
dwelt in
twisting nether is
he was
mentioned.
too arrogant to care. Ner'zhul has
Too
ordered
arrogant
complete a
to
small
care.
battle
Who gives a
when
fuck?
the jeweled scepter of
Fuck off, old man.
The remains of the Storm Reaver and Twilight's Hammer
Jeweled
encampments
scepter of
surrounding
Sargeras.
the
Sargeras has been name
and
dropped.
the house
Twilight's hammer
of their
encampment.
tortured souls filled the air. Although the inhabitants
That's a
of this
big
place
name to drop so far. Sargeras, that's where things get like names like Sargeras in World of Warcraft at the very least. To me, work out so much better as just this like far off, mysterious, mythical beast. Once you're at the point where it's like, oh, fucking shove Sargeras in a room with like Illidan, and Illidan's gonna be like, yeah, I'll stab you with my pointy sticks. It's like, fucking hell, like, it's weird. Why? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Illidan's just like a man with hooves and swords and no eyes, but many, many powers. Meanwhile, Sargeras, like, is a god who stabbed his sword into a planet, but we don't talk about that anymore because never happened. Anyway, move on. That's what Blizz says, at least. Christ.
Graves by the vile magics of the demons and made to stalk this region for all eternity.
Prelude to the New Worlds. Ah, same map, yeah. Lordaeron Dalaran. Yeah. Wow, yeah, that just like makes it seem like there are literally just mountains, and then there's a tiny little bit of South Shore there.
Your capture of the jeweled scepter has greatly pleased Ner'zhul. Word has come that you are to entrust it to the remaining warriors of the Bleeding Hollow clan, as they are to return it to Draenor at all haste. Deathwing and his dragons deliver you to the keep at Alterac. While you could easily bring these curs to their knees,
Yeah, they have an air force now. Getting even more hoi for. They literally have an air force. Yeah, damn.
Only salvation. Should they tell you the location of the book, however, they fear the retribution of the nations of Lordaeron and Stromgarde. They would be willing to exchange the Book of Medivh for the destruction of these forces that sit along their borders. You must eliminate the military outposts maintained by Lordaeron and Stromgarde. Then,
Wow, so, wait. Oh, Lordaeron and Stormguard. I'm confused. I thought they were talking about. Then Sewer packed by entering into Alterac. Huh.
you're packed by entering into Alterac.
I mean, you could just kill the Alterac humans and take the book, I guess, but.
And escorting him to safety. With the Book of Medivh in your control and the jeweled scepter delivered to Ner'zhul,
Destroy all of Dalaran. That's Violet, by the way. So that's Did they intend for Dalaran to be like purple sort of vibes? Because I mean, in the game it's literally like the Violet Citadel. But did that fantastical name of the Violet Citadel come from the fact that it's purple? And we call purple violet in this game, so let's call it the Violet Citadel.
Of Dalaran have created a device to focus their magics in an effort to reconstruct
The Violet Citadel.
Azul desires this Eye of Dalaran to focus
The Eye of Dalaran, that feels like that was a trinket in Wrath of the Lich King or something.
Of the underworld with the creation of his portals. Jared Gorfield has traveled to the stronghold of the human mages at Cross Island, where they now built their towers amid heavy fortifications. You must break through their shoreline defenses, establish a base, and capture the Eye of Dalaran. No walls will protect them from the vengeance of the Horde. As the burning remains of your victims fill the air with acrid smoke, the sky fills with a figure as black as night.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Deathwing descends, exhausted from his long journey from Grim Batal, bearing grave news from his brothers at Blackrock Spire. The Alliance has sent a...
So yeah, there was actually... Sorry, on a side note, there was dragony shit going on in Grim Batal, wasn't there? Of course, you literally ride the dragons through the place. What was that other? Or am I just thinking of the Blackrock raid in Cataclysm? Oh, I loved that patch. That first patch of Cataclysm. Oh, I really enjoyed that. And then Firelands is like, oh yeah, this is fine, I guess. And then you get to the end raid of that expansion. I can't even fucking remember what it's called now, but it's like, I mean, it was fine the first 100 times. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Who doesn't want to fight? Who doesn't want to peel scales off Deathwing's back? Oh, fucking hell, let's not go there. Jesus Christ. I feel like I ranted about this shit, like, how long was it? Like 13 years ago? Fucking hell. There's probably a video on this channel of me, like, ranting about it or something. God knows. I was making videos back then.
You must rally the forces of Shadowrun to break through this siege and return the artifacts you have secured to Draenor. Only then can Ner'zhul's plan of opening portals
to new worlds
be realized. Succeed and you will command vast armies as they ravage...
Fail and be slaughtered.
Fail and be slaughtered.
Oh, cutscene. Oh, is that a Lordaeron symbol? And a man. Hey, is that Cho'Gall? A portal, new portal. A troll. The trolls. Is that Ner'zhul? That'd be Ner'zhul, won't it? Wow. It's a sunny day. Or a moony most sunny day.
And intones the final words of the spell of conjuration.
Sounds like it sounds like Ner'zhul did pretty well. I can't remember what happened to Ner'zhul, so fuck.
Crimson skies break open and reveal the chaotic pathways of the twisting nether.
Damn. Just opened to the twisting nether.
Forces towards the new portals, you glimpse the Shattered Hand and Warsong clans awaiting orders on the other side of the dark portal. Master, you ask?
Master, should we not recall all our forces from Azeroth?
No, the ancient shaman replies coldly. They have served their purpose. From this point on, all that we gain will be ours alone. Ner'zhul gives a wicked grin as you unquestioningly follow him into the swirling madness of the twisting nether.
Never to return. Or something, I don't know. I mean, they're going in a twisting nether, that's like... I don't know. I was going to say that's like going into a black hole, but you fucking go into Stellar and you go into a black hole and you just go home. So, maybe it's fine. Who knows? The twisting nether to Murphy's bedroom. Ugh. A bit weird. It's the human side of things now. More like... I mean, look at that. I'm fucking blue. There is no blue on me, and yet this camera is like absolutely blue. That's like nuts. I wonder what does that do? I wonder if there's like no blue, and yet there's blue. Oh well. It's Alliance, isn't
as
it?
the triumphant armies of the Alliance took vigil over
armies
the
of the
evil
Alliance.
gateway that had brought the orcs into
Evil
Azeroth.
gateway. I love how the portal is like the size of one man. And that's about it. Then again, in the game, when you're on like the Azeroth side, the portal's like, oh yeah, it's quite a big portal, I guess. You know, like 3 people next to each other can get through. Meanwhile, on the Outland side, it's like a massive monstrosity wrought from the earth. Like, what the fuck?
Arcane powers of the Archwizard Khadgar, the
Khadgar.
fury of the earth and skies.
Oh yeah, Khadgar. Oh yeah, Khadgar went on a gap year last year. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, divine.
As the blinding light dimmed, an eerie glow fell across the black morass. For though the portal was destroyed,
It left
the
the
rift that joined
rift
these worlds
energies.
at war yet remained.
A time for heroes.
Lord Khadgar, keeper of the eternal
Lord
watch and master
Khadgar.
of the mystic citadel of Nethergard.
The Mystic Citadel, is it Mystic? It doesn't feel like a mystic place. That's Nethergard. That's the place where you get the flight path, and that's about it. Who the fuck goes to Nethergard?
Found the remnants of the rift that lies within the Black Morass.
The Black Morass.
He believes that a new orcish invasion is imminent and has urged the Alliance.
Ah,
to
Illyria.
the
Illyria.
Illyria.
I mean,
A
Valyria.
small band of her elite guard have been sent
Did
to
Illyria
Western
get
so that she
a
may
Hearthstone?
gather reinforcements
Who
to
knows?
counter this threat.
Who plays Hearthstone
Your
these
travel
days?
to the Castle of New Stormwind will lead you across the paths of both
Turalyon.
called Turalyon
Okay.
and a mercenary captain
See, that's
who
funny.
was-
Like Turalyon and Illyria are now like they're back in the game. You know what I mean? Although they were the ones I remember. I remember actually from the statues in Stormwind, Turalyon and Illyria, and Danath Trollbane, mayhap, and maybe Khadgar were the ones that they went through the portal and the portal was sealed forever. So I wonder if that's what the end of this is.
Engage their aid during your journey as their leadership.
So they'll be like the heroes of this. Because when it said the Age of Heroes, I'm sure I've seen a thing in the game where it's like the Age of Heroes and it's them and how they went to like the Dark Portal or through the Dark Portal.
Most of orcs have reconstructed the dark portal.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe now I'm bringing things. No. I was going to say, am I bringing things together now? Because Outland is obviously the weird, corrupted, twisted version of like, ooh, it's all dodgy. Draenor is like pre-dodgy land. So did Ner'zhul, whatever Ner'zhul did, turned Draenor into Outland. Hence why Outland's so like fucked up and weird, ooh, mysterious. Huh.
And now lay siege to the citadel of Nethergard. The Horde still maintain their hold over the great winged dragons of
Great
Azeroth.
winged
A fraction of
dragons.
these creatures, seeming to have grown to crave the taste of battle, have become willing allies with the orcs under the leadership of a great
yeah, the black dragons,
known
Deathwing.
only as Deathwing. Danath has been asked to raise an
Danath.
army from New Stormwind to
Did they already mention Danath, or did I mention
Nethergard
Danath? I can't
and
remember.
drive the Horde back towards the portal. You must lead the forces of Azeroth in an attempt to break the vanguard of the invading Horde, for unless their assault is stopped, they will gain dominion over the Black Morass. Having broken the momentum of the Horde offensive at Nethergard, the time is ripe for a decisive counterattack. The High
Decisive.
Command believes that a strong assault upon the fortress that the orcs have raised near the Dark Portal may well end the conflict before it has rightly begun. The Archwizard Khadgar
Archwizard.
believes that the orcish hordes may not be here for the sake of mere conquest. He believes that if the portal can be captured and not destroyed, he can uncover the purpose for
Ah, I
its
see.
present invasion.
I was gonna say that's a bit suspicious. That's some like, which one are we? Khadgar or Medivh? Oh no, Medivh was the one that was like, ooh, bit dodgy. Or was? Oh man, I'm getting confused. No, Medivh was the one that was like evil. Medivh is the one in Black Morass. Medivh opened the Dark Portal. Spoiler. If you're if you're watching this, then you don't know what goes on in like World of Warcraft. Go and do the old Hillsbrad, not old Hillsbrad, Foothills, Black Morass, It's literally a dungeon. Draenor. So we see a little bit of an alliance point of view from Draenor.
Elven scouts bring chilling news from Azeroth. A tearing of shadows heralded the arrival of the mighty Orc Shaman Ner'zhul and his guard of Death Knights within the royal library of New Stormwind.
Oh yeah. Stormwind fell, didn't they?
Slaughtered all who opposed them, and then fled into the night with their prize, the Book of Midnight.
Did they get the book? I thought it was the other Kumis that did.
He is convinced that the Horde is attempting to learn how the great sorcerer opened the rift between our world and that of the Horde, known in the Book of Medivh only as Draenor. With countless domains to plunder, the Horde will become an unstoppable power. The High Command believes that our only recourse is to venture through the portal, both to reclaim the Book of Medivh and to ensure that the Horde can never again threaten Azeroth. Having fortified your position on the Hellfire,
Hey, there's a. So now we're in Outland, sort of, I guess.
Establish a fleet to attack the surrounding clans.
A fleet?
The shipyards of Zeth'Kur lie nearby, and for our plans to progress, you must destroy them and the ships of war that are stationed there. While the Horde has been stunned by the ferocity of your attack, our presence here has driven the clans to new heights of fury. You will be unable to maintain this foothold for long against their numbers, so your victories must be daring and swift. Kurdran, Griffin Rider of Northron, has returned from his patrol with vital news. He has located the hidden fortress of Auchindoun and the battlements that serve as stronghold to the Bleeding Hollow clan. Alaria's rangers also report that they have seen a massive force moving towards the north and suspect that these troops are staging for another attack upon Azeroth. Although the Orcish army is too large for your forces to battle alone, you may be able to launch a raid against Auchindoun. Should your strike succeed, you would force their army to retreat or be cut off and destroyed. Raise the fortress of
Yikes, dude. That's Facebook pop-up being like a memory from 15 years ago, and it's like, yikes. It's not a great memory. Anyway.
Their forces can rally against you.
Fucking hell. 15 years ago. What WoW expansion was out 15 years ago? Was that 2014? Was that Mr. Pandaria? Yeah, I played a lot of Mr. Pandaria. Deathwing's Lair. Oh, so we're the... This is... Interesting. Wait, now I'm confused. Deathwing's Lair?
The arcane powers that surround the blazing ruins of Auchindoun.
Are they implying that Outland is on Azeroth? Or Deathwing's... Where did Deathwing come? Or Deathwing meant to be in Black Rock Mountain. I don't know.
Urgent the summoning of Khadgar to the lands of the Orcs. The destruction of the Bleeding Hollow clan was not without great price, however, for both Kurdran and his Mount Skyrie.
Skyrie. That rings somehow. Skyrie rings more of a bell than Kurdran. Was this in like Twilight Islands or something?
By the Horde. While examining the remains of the great fortress, the Archwizard has learned not only the location of the Book of Medivh, but also that another artifact is needed Ner'zhul's plans to reach fruition, the Skull of Gul'dan. Khadgar believes it will be possible to destroy the portal and permanently seal the rift created.
Oh, they do know, yeah, of course, created by Medivh.
These artifacts. A great mountain isle lies to the northeast, atop which the black dragon Deathwing dwells. The Skull of Gul'dan lies within his lowland.
So Deathwing is in Outland at this point.
Agreed to aid you in stealing away the skull, and if
possible, could you please destroy the Great Dragon if possible? Thank you very much.
Offer captives from the Great War as sacrifices to Deathwing. If you can rescue them, they may know of some weakness in the creature. Seeking out the artifacts needed to seal the rift has given the Horde time to mount a strike against us. A great Orcish armada threatens the coasts that you have captured, and the armies of the Alliance have been hard-pressed on many fronts. Our only chance for victory now lies in obtaining the Book of Medivh. All knowledge of the portal rests in the keeping of Ner'zhul and his Order of Death Knights at the Fortress of Shadowmoon. You must storm and raise the the strongholds that guard the coastline of his lands, so that our forces may be brought to bear in an effort to isolate and destroy his cursed sanctuary.
Cursed sanctuary.
The towering spires of Shadowmoon reach upwards as obsidian blades to cleave the hostile amber skies of...
That's such a fantasy sentence. The towering spires of Shadowmoon reach upwards as obsidian blades to cleave the hostile amber skies above. Whoa. Who the fuck wrote this? Love it. Get that person back on fucking WoW now. Jesus Christ.
The mighty shaman's power is within reach. Press your attack, and the bane of Ner'zhul and his Order of Death Knights will be wiped from the face of Draenor forever. By destroying this dark fortress and claiming the Book of Medivh, Khadgar will be able to close the rift, and Azeroth will be rid of the Orcish hordes once and for all.
The Measure of Valor. Ah, a little bit of Blade's Edge Mountains up there. Interesting. So it seems like Outland here is like, well, it's like any other lands. There's actually seas and stuff, as opposed to it just being like some weird massive land floating in the God knows where. Although, no, it's just that they have like Hellfire Land and Hellfire Peninsula, which would have been Tanaan Jungle, Tanaan Forest or whatever, I think, in Draenor time. So it's like Outland's not Draenor. But
although
God
the
knows.
fortress of
Who
Ner'zhul
knows?
has been destroyed and the Death Knights scattered, neither the Shaman nor the Book of Medivh has been found. As Khadgar and Turelion use their magics to search the ruins...
Are they going to realise the only thing they can do is just close the portal from that side?
A gnomish flying machine descends,
Oh.
bringing news from the Hellfire Peninsula and the portal. A multitude of orcs have laid siege to the fortifications at Hellfire. Although the attacking warriors are not well equipped, their sheer numbers may spell the downfall of our forces there. You must take command of the Alliance armies at Hellfire and break the siege before our troops are pushed back through the Dark Portal. We must withstand their charge long enough for the Book of Medivh to be recovered and the rift forever sealed.
The rift forever sealed. Cool. Oh, it's an orc. Who let the orc in here? Fuck hell.
We of the Laughing Skull Clan, however, seek advantage from the turmoil of this war. With the aid of your strongest warriors, our clan can gain dominance over the northern clans of Draenor. Do not show surprise, human. Only the strongest survive within the
You're
horde.
talking to me there. Do not be surprised.
Blade's Edge Mountains and destroy the stronghold of the Thunderlord clan that dwell there. We will supply you with warriors and supplies culled from our villages. In return, we will give you the Book of Medivh, which we seized from Ner'zhul's stronghold.
They took it.
Before your armies
I mean, I should know. I've heard the orc side already, but
Khadgar has discovered that although the Book of Medivh was stolen from Ner'zhul, the ancient shaman has learned enough of its secrets to conjure his darkest spell. Over the blood-red skies of Draenor, huge dimensional rifts appear, crackling with the cosmic
So that's
energy
probably what
of
broke
the twisting nether. Hilarious
Draenor
scouts
into
report that Ner'zhul
the
and
Outlands,
his
yeah.
followers escaped through the largest of the new rifts as Draenor felt the first of its death throes. The tremendous energies emitted from the converging rifts have succeeded in breaking down the fabric
yep,
of
that
reality,
sounds like an Outland.
unleashing massive earthquakes and tidal waves upon its shores. Unless the Dark Portal is closed on both worlds, Azeroth will be subject to an enormous backlash of energy.
Catastrophic. This corporation.
Using the combined powers of the Book of Medivh and the Skull of Gul'dan, you must return Khadgar to the Dark Portal and seal the rift between Azeroth and
Forever.
the world of Draenor forever.
Ever. Damn. It's like a fucking Stargate. There's the DHD. Activate the dial device. Beep 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 beep. Chevron unlocked. It's like just skip it. Beep 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 beep. Oh my god, the Skull of Gul'dan is a fucking laser beam. Boom. GG. No re. Easy. Peasy.
As the flames die to embers and the arcane energies that once bound two worlds slowly fade, the Dark Portal crumbles into dust as its powers subside and dissolve.
Damn.
The finality of what has been done here becomes manifest. The moment is shattered as volcanoes erupt in fiery fury, as the earth begins to shake beneath your feet.
Draenor
The
is
world of
dying.
Draenor is dying. Khadgar motions towards the remaining rifts created by Ner'zhul and beckons you to follow him. The warriors of Azeroth under your command gaze upon the rifts with uncertainty, but to remain would be suicide. Knowing that their beloved Azeroth is safe from harm, they gather up weapons and wounded companions
Swirling
alike as you
unknown
leap
reaches
into
of the
swirling,
twisting nether down.
unknown reaches of the twisting nether.
I don't know why, from World of Warcraft, I always assumed that you never got to, like, hear what they did. I always assumed it was like, they're in the Dark Portal, and the Dark Portal closed, and they're like, oh. Everyone on Azeroth was like, oh, well, I guess they're not coming back then. Because I think I remember Legion, it was a big deal that when you went to... thing flying around. When you went to at the end of Legion, you went to Argus, and there was one of those, like, Naru that have not forgotten, except in Silvermoon where you have to kill one, but whatever. There's Terralion is there, and it's this big deal of like, oh my god, it's Terralion. We haven't seen you for like ages. That I sort of forgot at the time in Legion. I had no idea. I was like, Terralion, who, whatever. It was like, that's the dude who's got a fucking statue in Stormwind, man. Who nowadays is just like a bit of a like miserable, angry man who doesn't like everything that you do and stuff. It's like, whatever. Modern WoW, schmodern WoW, whatever. Oh no, that's the end. Ooh. Wow, that's the end of Warcraft 2. On to Warcraft 3 soon. Although I'm pretty sure I saw... I don't know where it was. I saw a video somewhere that was like Warcraft 3 cinematics, all cinematics. Oh my god, look at that. Or Reforged. I don't know if I'd watch Reforged or original. I don't know, but like 4 hours 45. Good lord, that's a long one. But I might do it. Or I might play the game for the first time, who knows? We'll see. I don't know. I could play... I mean, I literally have Warcraft 3 on Battle.net. I don't even have to, you know, sail the tides of darkness to acquire Warcraft 3. I can literally just play it legit, which is a rare thing these days. But, anyway, if you enjoyed the reaction and Warcraft 2 and all of it, and 1 from the previous video and all of its cinematics, then yeah, whack a like and let me know if I should do Warcraft 3 or maybe just play the game. Who knows, man? But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.